back to Dom Aesthetics. Come on. Hey everyone, welcome to Dom Aesthetics. My name is Dominic, I go by Dom, and today I will be talking about the story of when I used to be in the wheelchair, how long I was in the wheelchair, and the steps that I had to take to get out of the wheelchair. So when I had my accident in 2016 and I was in a hospital, once I was able to move around and be mobile again, they gave me this loaner chair. And it's something similar to this one, but I think the color was a little different. And so I've grown accustomed to rolling around in the chair like this. I'm not sure exactly what kind of chair this is. I know the model is a Quickie. So they're pretty dope. When I got this chair, they actually took the measurements of my body and they shaped it to be customized for my body size. And the company that made my chair is a local company here in Cary named Stalls Medical, and if you're in the area, I recommend them. They make great chairs, they're great to work with, and they're great people over there. And just a background on when I first started using the wheelchair, when I was in the hospital, they had me doing these trainings in the wheelchair, and it was my first time being mobile, and I was so scared because I was up again, and they had me trying to pop wheelies up ramps, go down hills, go up hills, and things of that nature. And I was so scared at first, and it was like a mental block in my mind, and eventually I kind of grew past that mental block and I was able to do certain things, and months later, a year later, I was able to pop wheelies and do other fun stuff. But the wheelchair, I actually used the wheelchair for, I want to say 5, 6, 7 months, and I actually was in the wheelchair for a year and some change, I want to say, a year and a couple months, because I still had bone growth in my stumps. So I had to wait to use the prosthetics. So I had to wait a couple months and get another surgery. And then after that surgery, I was able to get into the prosthetics. But in the meantime, I was just wheelchair thing. And it took a while to get accustomed to the wheelchair, being able to fit in different places, being able to transport and put it in the car. It would get frustrating at times when I had to put it in the car, break it down and things like that. But definitely something that I appreciate having in the interim before I was able to use my prosthetics. It's been through a lot. Actually, I don't use it anymore, which is why you probably can't see it, but the wheels are flat. They're pretty flat. So I don't use it anymore. One of the things that I've learned at this camp that I recently went to was, in order to become wheelchair free and not use it at all, which is what was recommended to me, which is just get rid of it completely, get it out your sight so that you won't become relying on it, because your thought, if it's there, is you're gonna use it, but if it's not there, you won't use it. So I definitely recommend, if you wanna become a full-time prosthetic user, that you get rid of the wheelchair completely. Garage it, take it to someone else's house, give it away. So yeah, so I'm pretty excited about not using the pretty wheelchair. I haven't used this wheelchair now, I want to say, other than today for this video, of course, I haven't used this wheelchair in, I want to say 3 or 4 months. So it's pretty good. So basically what you have to do is, what I do is, you just have to find alternative ways to get around your house instead of using your wheelchair, you know, instead of getting home, popping into the wheelchair. What I do now is I'll pop these stubbies on, which is what I have on right now. So when I get home, I'll take my prosthetic legs off, I'll pop these stubbies on, and I'll move around the house. There's a lot of guys that I met that are able to walk on their residual limbs, and I know a lot of doctors will recommend that you're not supposed to do that, but I've met guys at the camp that I attended a few weeks ago, and they actually can stand up on their residual limbs and walk on those. So that's something that I'm working on. I'm not telling you to go out. I'm not telling you to go and start standing on your limbs, because you know you should always do what your doctor tells you to do. But you know, that's something that you can ask them, can you do? But it is something that people are doing. So just to make you aware of that, people are walking on their residual limbs. I know it sounds crazy, because when they told me that, I was like, no, because my doctor said not to. But people are actually doing it. So before you go trying and start doing it, make sure you check with your doctor, make sure everything's healed up, etc., etc. Yeah. So I'm gonna get into more discussion about these stubbies in another video, but I just want to share with you all my wheelchair and just let you see it and just kind of let you know my wheelchair experience. One thing about this wheelchair that I like are these things down here. I'm gonna pop down here on the floor. And it took me a while to kind of figure everything out with this thing because I was new to wheelchairs, but you know, bam, pop off real quick. Pop this one off real quick. Bam. Put that down there. And then pop it into the back seat, pop it in the trunk. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty quick once you get a hang of it. And then once you get out the car, you pop that one back on. Pop this one back on. It's easier to do it if you have stubbies on, but when I first was using this wheelchair, I didn't have stubbies, so I was sitting on the ground when I was doing this. But I would definitely recommend that you're using a wheelchair, you haven't got to the prosthetic step yet, definitely utilize stubbies with your wheelchair, because I didn't have stubbies, and if I would have had them then, I would have definitely been using them more and with the wheelchair and being able and benefiting from having these popped in the wheelchair going. Actually, I probably wouldn't be using the wheelchair at all if I had these. So if you have stubbies, I would recommend getting rid of the chair because you can just walk around on these. You know, when I had this wheelchair, I used to do cool little tricks with them. Like well, this is before I had the stubbies on. I would do these little push-ups like this. Oh, I can't even do one. Yeah. I used to be able to do that without these on. Yeah. So I used to do that. Of course, pop a wheelie, little things like that. See how long I can hold it up like this, keep my balance. Now I can do it forever because you know it's easy now. But yeah. And another thing I used to do to scare people, I used to come here and like pop down. Oh, and then pop back up. So that was pretty fun to scare people, make people think I was gonna fall, but I really wasn't. So I'll do it again, just in case. I'll be like, oh, and then I'll pop back up. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, that's all I got for this video. See you next time. Explain.
Huh?
I can explain.
Okay.
I am shooting my clips.
Okay, well shoot on. Window.
I am. This is just when I roll in. Let's go up some. Workout before the video. Get a little workout before the video starts. Yeah? This is Prosthetics. Welcome to Prosthetics. It's Prosthetics. Let's do it. Welcome back.